All right, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, shot of the bat, I want everyone to do me a favor and let me know. Can you hear me? Doing well with sound. Let me know. Kate are having a little bit of discussion on whether or not I'm having sound issues or she's having some sound issues on her side. It looks good from where I'm at, but if we're good, give me 2 to 10-2. We're good. If we're bad, give me a 1. Joey says there's an echo. Give me a second. How are we doing now? Test. Can you hear me? Are we good now? Something is wrong for sure. Jackie says we're good now. John says echo. Kate says we're having an echo. And you're getting ready to make me say a really bad word. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me? Do we sound good? Yes or no? Yes, no. She says talking. I just don't know if we're having problems hearing me or if it still sounds like it's like an echo. You're shaking your head. You're not having problems hearing me, or they're good. Now you're choppy. Okay. See what happens when we take time off. Okay, what now? Hello. My name is Kristopher Bilbrey. Can you hear me? One last thing, and I'm going to end it. I was in a really good mood, and now I'm not. Okay, what about now? Can you hear me? Is it better? But do I sound the same as I normally do? Or does it sound different?
It's slightly hollow, but it's louder than usual.
Okay, that's not good.
But yes, it's much, much better.
Okay, it's much better.
Yes. Keep talking.
Well, John is still saying no. Okay, everybody else says better. John's saying no. Sound different, but not choppy. Tin can. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Kind of hollow.
Okay, one more thing, and then we'll get started, I guess.
Okay.
Killing it. If I killed it and started over, it would be really bad. Because we wouldn't be on this link. Okay, can you hear me now? How's this? Are good? Can you hear me?
The volume was good, had the echo. I saw Julie. We haven't started yet because he's still messing with his sound.
Yeah, we've not started yet.
Echo's back.
Okay, echo is still back.
Talk more.
Can you hear me? Hello, hi. Do we echo still?
Oh, yes, there's an echo. You're head rooming it. Just go back to sounding like a tin can. It's fine.
Okay. All right. One more thing right there.
Well, that's one way to get rid of him. See, from now on, you guys just need to tell him that his sound is horrible. He'll go away. We don't have to listen to him. I can go to bed at a normal human time. I think that he is rebooting or something because he has completely left the dock. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but now you're stuck with me. And I apologize for that because I know you're all here to hear about the Minuteman. So not that kind of Minuteman. My husband's over here giving me a dirty look when I say that. That's not what I mean. We're talking about Craig Wright tonight. I guess Kristopher has found some new information about a gentleman who likes to give the minutes to the secretary prior to the meeting even being held. So anyway, hopefully he gets back in here pretty quickly because you know how much I love being on camera. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to see if I can. Oh, he's coming back in. Hopefully that means he has solved his sound issues and you don't have to put up with me anymore.
Oh, good.
Well,
Is it?
say more than 3 words.
Yeah, okay. Are we good? Hello.
No. Keep talking.
Hello. And I wonder if you can hear it or not.
No, it's it's awful.
Do we have a? Can you describe what's happening with the sound?
Okay, so you have the max headroom repeating going on. And that time when you were talking, there was a little bit of a fry in the background.
Okay.
If that makes sense. As I said, it helps if you say more than 3 words in a row.
And what about now? How are we with the sound? Am I echoing? Am I flat? Is there some kind of fry, whatever that means? Can you hear me now? Are we doing?
Let's go with this. I like this. This will work for now.
Okay. Oh, well, we'll try to work with this. This really makes me pissed off. And I basically just want to end it. Okay. Well, so man, my ribs are still killing me. Okay, well, I will try to figure out what that is, why that doesn't work. That really makes me mad. I hate that, but we'll figure it out. Okay, I sound younger. I don't know what that means. That I don't know if that's good. Okay, so man, I don't understand why it would be sounding like a transistor radio. That's what's strange. All right, so when we were last live, man, this just threw me completely off. All right, let me find where we were last. I am generally really good at like adapting and overcoming, and I don't know if it's because I'm sore and if I'm in such a bad mood. I wasn't in a bad mood before we started. Like I've had a really good day, actually, and then literally, I even had the show ready. I had the duck built like I don't know at 1 o'clock today. I had everything good. I know, man. I'm sorry, so sorry to hear that. Joey says that his grandfather passed away Friday morning early, and it's taken a huge hit to the family. The man was our patriarch in every sense, and it's been impossible to follow him. So I've been in the dumps lately. Yeah, I am so sorry about that, man. I hate to hear about that. That's that really sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear about your loss, and I'll shoot you a message after the show. I'll do that I'll either do that tonight or first thing tomorrow. I'd like to get some information from you, but yeah, I hate to hear that, brother. Okay, man, I'm telling you, the pain is getting better on the ribs, but it's like moving, and which is I think is a good sign. It's starting to hurt less lower, and it's like moving up. So I do think it's healing, but it's definitely still just kind of a pain in the ass and in the side. So it is what it is. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I hope everybody was able to enjoy Thanksgiving for what it would be and for what it was, and had a good Friday. I guess it's the busiest shopping day of the year, they say. I remember when I used to get so excited, we would go out. My mother and a couple of her friends would go shopping like early on Black Fridays, like at 4 o'clock in the morning. They would leave the house and they would go out and look for deals, and they would shop all day long, and they would be out until like 1 o'clock the next day morning. It was like crazy, and we used to go with them and do all of this stuff, and it was so great. But I did not take part in any of that this year. Matter of fact, I hid out at my grandparents' house for the majority of Thursday and Friday, and I think I'm better for that. So, um, really didn't do much Saturday. I was going to come live on I was going to go live Saturday, and was going to do that. And then as I started to gear up for it, I thought, you know what? Everybody can have one more day without me babbling, and we can do that. So it is what it is. What's everybody saying? Glad to hear it to Jeff. What happened with Jeff? Is everything? What happened with you, Jeff? Where are you? Where are you, Jeff? Sproul's Thanksgiving was not good Thursday. I'm waiting for some more information on that tomorrow before I get into all of that. I know everybody's been talking a whole lot about it, but I'm wanting, and there's a lot of information floating around about that, obviously, but I'm wanting to get as much factual information as possible. Of course, we are referring to the fact that there was, unfortunately, a death in the Henry County Jail on Friday morning, and the sheriff has yet to really say much about it. I know, I think that he came out in the initial, someone made an initial press release where they said, basically what had happened. And I believe the sheriff is quoted in there by saying, our thoughts and prayers are to the woman's family, but there's not been any more conversation about that. I'm waiting for the results of the autopsy, which will take place on Monday. And I do have a source that has some information for me, and I will have that information tomorrow. So I'm not really going to do much about that until we get that information, because I want to put out as much factual information as possible. So that's that. Now, I know it's been a few days. The equipment must be cold. I don't know what's going on. I absolutely hate when that goes on. Anytime we have any kind of technical issue here, it makes me it absolutely pisses me off. Because this is not like really delicate equipment. It's made to be banged around, and nothing different has happened. So there shouldn't be anything not working, which is stupid. So we'll have to find out what's going on. Besides that, if anybody can remember when we last left each other, okay, we were talking about a situation with in the Muncie city government. Okay, if everybody remembers, all right, we're going to have to put on our thinking caps and think back to last week. It was Turkey Day. What's that mean? Turkey Day is Thursday and Friday. That means the last actual business day for the city of Muncie was Wednesday. Wednesday is the Board of Works Day. I'd been to the Board of Works. What does the Board of Works do? The Board of Works deals with paying the claims, paying the majority of the bills of the city, doing the contracts and entering into all of that. And we've been having an issue with them. Okay. Let me turn over here, if I barely can, and get to this information so I can pull this out to you and we can talk about this. So, who recalls the questions relating to the spending of money around 809 West 8th Street? Does anybody know that address? You remember that address? 809 West 8th Street is, of course, Workman's Bar. And yeah, I'm going to talk to Ted about that. We've got a lunch that I'm going to schedule here coming up, and I'm going to talk to him about the fact that not only did he cut me off, but he specifically didn't go through like 3 other items on the agenda. There were additional topics that he did not go over. He was so nervous on Wednesday. It was really strange. Yeah, Workman's is the crisis center. It's they like to call it the Muncie Crisis Center. I like to call it Muncie, a center in crisis. So I don't know. The other weird thing is, hell, the mayor is MIA. Does anybody know where the mayor's at? Like, the mayor's been sick since the 7th, since election day. This is the longest case of food poisoning. Of course, I think the trunk shrimp has got him. I think he's been eating that trunk shrimp. So I don't really know what's going on there. Our thoughts and prayers are with the mayor. Mayor, remember, you shouldn't be eating that trunk shrimp. Okay? It's not good for you. I hope he returns, and he'll be back at work on Monday to answer some questions. So, if our equipment would have been working right at the beginning of the show, I would have told you that this is episode 86, and this is the thumbnail. Minuteman, the political spotlight, episode 86, Minuteman. For those of you that do not know, this is Craig Wright. He's eating bribery bass. Craig Wright is the controller of the City of Muncie. For a lot of people don't know what he does. A lot of people see him. A lot of people listen to him talk at the Board of Works, but a lot of people don't know what it is that he does. He's the money man for the City of Muncie. He's the financial guy. And you know, people are always confused by that because they say, well, wait, I thought that the city council was the financial body, and they are. They are who appropriates the money. But then once the money is appropriated, and once it's put in the line items and we're going throughout the year, it's the controller who's supposed to be keeping an eye on these things, making sure that, money's not just disappearing, and other issues. He's supposed to be making sure that everything's adding up and presenting the claims to the Board of Works, presenting the claims to the City Council. If there are issues that come before them, presenting the City Council with issues, when they want to add something or appropriate funds or whatever. Now, something that is very consistently an issue throughout many meetings all over the state of Indiana and probably elsewhere are minutes, the meeting minutes. What happens when you have a meeting and it's a public meeting and you're supposed to keep these meeting minutes? What are you supposed to do? What's right? What's wrong? Are they supposed to allow people to speak? Are they supposed to post these meetings ahead of time? Can they just call a meeting whenever? Can two people hold a meeting? Can a 9-person council, can they get together at one of the council members' homes and talk? All of this stuff is governed by the Indiana public access laws. And to make this easy, the Indiana Public Access Counselor has put together a handbook. And this handbook is supposed to show elected officials and the public the do's and the don'ts of meetings and holding meetings and public records and who can do what, when, where, how, and why within the confines of a governmental public meeting. One of the things that's always kind of hard for people to wrap their minds around is, should they live stream? Should they not live stream? Of course, here in the state of Indiana, we're all aware that, thank God, the Indiana state lawmakers last year passed a law. I mean, it's one of only a handful of things that they've done right in a while, stating that all of these meetings should be live streamed moving forward starting in 2025. So we've got to go through the rest of this upcoming year, but then starting in 2025, all meetings, all city council meetings, town council meetings, county commissioner meetings, county council meetings, and any other meeting that takes place in one of those meeting areas in government should be live streamed going forward starting in 2025. Well, that's good. It gives people a chance to watch what's going on. It gives people a chance to see what's happening, and people can watch it live. People can go back and watch it. You can hold on to that for a record. That being said, it's the meeting minutes that are the official record of what goes on in any given meeting, okay? Now, I have said for the longest time that most other governments around Indiana, probably elsewhere, should look to the Muncie City Clerk's Office. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the clerk's office. It specifically doesn't have anything to do with Belinda Munson, because this happened before Belinda was there. They need to look, and it's primarily Lacey Jones is a clerk in the clerk's office, a deputy clerk. They need to look to her minutes. She's the deputy clerk that is in charge of typing up the minutes that occur. Now, I have famously on here said, if you're a city council person, if you're part of the administration, if you're someone that comes up to the podium to speak and you burp or you fart and you're at the podium, she puts it in the minutes. Like, she is, and her minutes should be seen as the gold standard for meeting minutes everywhere. And I asked her a while back how she does this. Does she use dictation? Does she use, court reporter stuff? What does she do? And they record it, and then they run it through a Google dictation program, and they use the Google thing, and basically then she goes in, she keeps notes while she's there, and then she goes in and she fixes any funny or funky translations that they might use. I gotta say, she does a hell of a job, because I don't know that I can say I have ever found a mess up in any of the meeting minutes that I've ever looked through. And I don't know how she's done it, but she's done a great job. She takes her job very serious, very thorough, as Annie's saying here. Absolutely. So she's not somebody that has questions when it comes to taking minutes of a meeting. If you all of a sudden told her and her husband, her family, hey, we're going to pay you millions of dollars to move you to LA, and you're now going to take minutes for the LA City Council, it's not like she's going to go there and be like, what? I don't know how to do this. She's going to do what she does in this new facility. If you add a meeting to her, it's not like she's going to be like, I don't know how to do this. She's going to apply the same standard. That's just common sense. So, as most of you know, if you've been watching, I've been having this really bizarre back and forth with the communications director from the City of Muncie, Michelle Owen. She has been telling me, as part of this question I've been asking her, that I need to go back and I need to look at a Board of Works meeting and look at the minutes from April 26th, 2023. Because I've been asking her about an event. In October, the City of Muncie, while they were, in my opinion, illegally campaigning for the mayor on the city's Facebook page, they were talking about a situation where they had compiled all this park data, and they were using it to give these really out of control and kind of obtuse facts. Oh, Ridenhour has increased trips to the park by hundreds of thousands of millions of people going there every day. It was real crazy. And I was like, well, that sounds interesting. How did you guys get to this? A lot of people were wanting to know, how did you guys get to this? And they eventually came out with it. They told us that they had bought a program in which helped to track the people in the park by tracking their cell phones. Well, that sounds interesting. And a lot of people had some questions with that. Now, my question with that was, how are they doing this? With what equipment? And when did we pay for this? Yes, hell, I was on another page. As Josh says here, civic duty, the city of Winchester actually had to correct some minutes because of me. I went back through this. Look, I'm not a hack. I do this quite frequently. I look at these things and I can tell, and I know when shit's wrong. And I said, hey, whoa, something's wrong here. And they had to go back and actually correct the meeting minutes. I'm glad you brought that up, Josh. Thank you. So it's really crazy that this is going on here in the city of Muncie. So when I ask about this, I've been asking and asking and asking since October, but they were in campaign mode and they were like, we don't have time to answer questions. So finally, after they got their boy reelected, they were like, okay, now we can answer some questions. And the question that I had was, when was this discussed? When did we buy this? Who approved this? And Michelle said, oh, well, it's all in the minutes. Go look at the minutes. And I was like, okay, well, I'll do that. So I'm going to show you these minutes here right now. The Little Hatch Act absolutely would apply to him. We just have to get it brought up. The Board of Public Works and Safety, Muncie, Indiana. They approved the blah, 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 blah. Okay, they did all this regular stuff. This is them talking about, basically, it goes down through. Here's the Board of Public Works and Safety, City of Muncie, State of Indiana, April 26th, meeting minutes. Board of Public Works and Safety, City of Muncie, State of Indiana, met in City Hall. Pledge of Allegiance, roll call of members. Ted Baker was absent. Lola Maurer, Linda Gregory, approval of the minutes from the 2019. That's what all of this stuff is. Register of Claims. Craig Wright, City Controller, wishes to bring attention to a few claims. And he gets up there and he always says that. To his credit, he says this. Craig Wright, City Controller, would like to bring your attention to a few claims. Now, it looks as though he got up and he said, page 5, 88,180 Kelly Chevrolet Chevy MFD, 2 2023 Chevy Tahoes. Page 6, $11,000 U.S. Architects Art Muncie Crisis Center. Page 10, $14,450 Patriot Contractors Equipment MVH Hydraulic Power Pack for jackhammers. Page 11, $30,000 Placer Labs Edit Location-Based Service and Analytics. EFTs S354 449.24 Delta Dental of Indiana. EFTS 127,515.42 UMR. And then if you look here, it says Vice President Maurer asked for questions or comments and entertained a motion. Linda Gregory had a question referring to page 7. That's not here. MSD doing work for Parks Department and was noted as being a trash truck, yet she didn't think the city owned and operated a trash truck, but it's an old truck used by the park. Linda Gregory adds it's not an accurate description. Craig Wright confirms it's not like the new ones MSD has, and the city actually benefits from getting the work done over at the sanitary district because of labor costs. Vice President Maurer had a quick question referring to page 5. The service maintenance agreements with Stryker, and Craig explained that is repair on a very expensive cots for the ambulance requiring a maintenance contract. Questions called. Linda Gregory made a motion to approve the Register of Claims at 198 records for a total amount of $534,958.76. As presented, Vice President Maurer provided a second. Motion passed by voice vote. Okay, it looks like the claims are done. Number 6 was a noise exemption. I'm not going to bother you with reading it all. Placer AI was not talked about. Number 7 was State Road 32 transfer agreement. Placer AI was not talked about. 8, 9, Placer AI was not talked about. 10, Placer AI was not talked about. 11 was opening bids for the building commissioner's office there. Steve Selvey, building commissioner, blah, 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 blah. And it was opened. That was what it was. Okay. Street closure application. Soul Sisters Collective Boutiques had nothing to do with Placer AI. Brad King, nothing to do with Placer AI. Mark Drum, nothing to do. Adjournment. So I said, wait a minute. I see it in here, but there's nothing in the meeting where Placer was talked about. But back up here where it says that Craig, I'm going to show you here, where it says Craig under number 5 brought up even the slightest thing here, Placer Labs edit location-based service and analytics. If that is in the minutes, if that's right here in April 26th minutes, this line needed to be said by somebody. It needed to be said. It needs to be heard. Well, I'm not going to bother you with going back and playing the Board of Works from the 426 meeting because we've already done that. We've already done that 2 or 3 other times. I'm just going to let you know it's not there. If you want to listen to it again for yourself, all you got to do is go to the City of Muncie, go to the Board of Works meeting from April 26th, and you'll hear that it's not there. So I asked Michelle if she could advise further. And what she did was she told me to go back and look at the meeting minutes again. And she told me it was discussed on June 7th. I've already told you guys all this. On June 7th, it was in there again. They wrongly called it Pacer AI, not Placer AI. But again, there's a line where it discusses, and it looks as though we paid for it again to the tune of another $30,000. So it looks like we paid $30,000 in April. We paid $30,000 in June, $60,000, but we never discussed it. Well, last week, I found this out, okay? When you go, I'm going to take you guys here and show you this. When you go to the City of Muncie Muni Code, where we've got all of our information, where if you click on agendas, it shows you the agendas for the city council, okay, for all those different years. You go here, it shows you the budgets. You go here, it shows you the resolutions that have been voted on for all of these years. Okay, shows you the ordinances. Okay, and it goes all the way down through here. Well, if you come down here to this tab where it says audits, and you click on that, and then you go to Board of Public Works and Safety Claims, you can find where they have sent the claims in. And when I say they, I mean this man right here, Craig Wright, sends the claims to the Board of Works the day before their meeting, or maybe 2 days, Monday or Tuesday. He sends them the entire amount of claims for those 3 people to go over. When he does that, he also sends an email. I'm going to show you 426. If you click on that, it opens up an email right here. It was sent on the 25th at 1:44 p.m. Board of Works, 426 claims from, it tells you right here in black and white, from Craig Wright, sent Tuesday, 25th, 2023 at 1:27 p.m. to L. Hayes, Linda Gregory, Lola Marr, Ted Baker, Matt Wegley, Richard Ivy, who's the chief deputy, is the deputy mayor, Shireen Wegley, Michelle Owen, Dan Ridenauer, Stevenson, and Lacey Jones. Now, I don't want to send him an email. Hold on. Don't save. Okay. Now it says 4:25:23, 1:44 p.m. Board of Works, please find attached claims to be approved this week. There are a few claims I would like to bring to your attention that I have numbered below. I will be in my office early tomorrow morning. If you have any questions prior to the meeting, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Then he has these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things listed. Right here, page 11, $30,000, Placer Labs. You can see it in black and white on this screen. Let me blow it up here so you can see it. Right here, here it is. Right there. You can see it right there. So when you go back to April 26th, you can see this is the exact same thing. Here's the minutes. Here's his email. Email, minutes. Now, some of you might say, well, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? What does it matter? Like Kate said, we saw the commissioners approve over 1 million in less than 30 seconds last week. It can be included as items as a part of the agenda, but it should not be part of the minutes unless it is discussed. Here's why this is a big deal. Because when you have someone in the city, a citizen, a journalist, someone from the media, political correspondent, a fellow politician, an opponent politician, wanting to look information up, then this is an issue. Because when I go to Michelle Owen, thank you, Julie. I never sound normal. But when you go to Michelle Owen and say, I have a question, and she directs you to the Board of Works, and you look and you say, oh, okay, well, they discussed it here. If somebody else wasn't as tenacious as me, they might have just taken that and been off with it. Kate says this becomes even more important with the county commissioners saying that solar BS could be put into the minutes. Ding, 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 ding. Think about what they said at the commissioners meeting. I know we're talking about two different forms of government. We're talking about city versus county. But the commissioners were literally talking about putting something into the minutes that was part of an ordinance that they were looking to hold what would be law and not law, and what would be used as a fail stop. That's insane. Linda Gregory, Ted Baker, and the other lady are complicit if they're approving these minutes. So that's exactly the thing. That's exactly the thing. Let's go look. Let's go look just to double check. So 426. So what would that make the next be? It would be like 5-2 or something like that. 5-3. All right, let's go back and look at the 5-3 minutes from the Board of Works. And let's see. Here's the meeting minutes from 5. This is from 5-3. Let's see if they approve the claims. See, on their agenda here, it says approval of the minutes from April 26th. That's number 4. Roll call. Number 4. All three members were there. 4. Approval of the minutes from April 26th. President Ted Baker entertained a motion to approve. Lola Maurer moved to approve the minutes from April 26th meeting as printed. Linda Gregory provided a motion. Motion passed by voice vote. I don't see anywhere in there where they asked to address the fact that there were information in the minutes that they didn't talk about. They voted for this. So yes, they are complicit. 1,000%. And this is being done at the direction of the city controller, who is an appointment of the mayor and approved by 3 Board of Works members who are all appointments of the mayor. Folks, this is something that I just stumbled on because I have a question about something that, for example, quite possibly cost the city of Muncie $60,000. But I can't get an answer if that's true or not, because they keep wanting to talk in circles like a bunch of damn idiots. Because they won't give me the truth. They won't just answer the question. They won't take a phone call. For over 6 months, I've been trying to communicate with the communications director. Now, why in 6 months has that woman been unable to pick up a phone and make a damn phone call? What else are they doing as far as this goes? Mayor Ridenour, you say that you hate when people assume. To you and to that, I say, okay. Then give me the answer. I've got a question. I want an answer. You don't want me to assume. Give me the answer. Alva, that's a very good possibility. Mind you, this is very important. Craig Nichols. Now, for those of you that don't know that name, Craig Nichols was the building commissioner under the last administration that got the whole ball of wax kicked off with the FBI because of issues that were going on in the Board of Works. Shenanigans. Craig Nichols got in trouble for getting paid for work that was never brought before the Board of Works. Now, this administration is saying that they discussed items that they're paying for at the Board of Works, which they never paid for. FBI, I'm throwing you a life preserver. Come on aboard the investigation. Here. I'm using my my phone a friend. FBI, hello. I'm calling. Can you help me? FBI. Yeah, Annie. That's the thing. It's not that the Board of Works is necessarily in charge of anything. They are there to vote to approve, but yeah, you're right. They do oversee a very large amount of money that gets paid out weekly, monthly, yearly. My question here is, what else is going on here? You know, my question with my question that I have for the city of Muncie concerning the property at 809 West 8th Street, the Crisis Center, Workman's Bar, all of the claims that I have the questions over, everything to do with all of that, it all has to do with the Board of Works. Now, granted, the first initial issue was with the Muncie Redevelopment Commission. But after that, everything that has been paid, all claims, everything that has happened, has been done through the Board of Works. Look here. All of these, all of these. And let me tell you, my friend Sarah and I, Sarah Beach, we just found the other day that there are actual other claims where there are kind of bigger claims where they are kind of hiding other money in. Craig can't just say put in the minutes that we discussed Sun Tan Alley, never discuss it, then make a payment for it. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's exactly correct. They should be questioning these things. They're receiving the emails. Why aren't they asking at the meeting about the things? That's the thing. This is what kills me. If Craig Wright is saying, I want to bring these to your attention, why are they not saying, okay, well, here, what's the deal with this? Some of the Board of Works meetings last 6 minutes. Some of them last 8 minutes. Some of them last 12 minutes. I mean, some of the longest meetings have lasted 30 or 40 minutes. And those meetings are generally meetings where they are opening bids. And they generally have like 2 or 3 things during the meeting where they're opening bids. And each bid opening has 5 or 6 companies in it. So that's what's taking the longest amount of time. But the most serious part of the meeting, where they are going over items that our tax dollars are going to pay, they skim right over. And like Audie said the other day, Audie hit it right on the nail. When they go to the Board of Works And I'm going to give you a perfect example of that right here. I'm going to give you a perfect example of that right here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Board of Works meeting. 15th. I'm looking for the 15th. Right here. Here we go. All right, I want you to listen to this. This is just a few seconds.
November 15th, Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Would you please rise?
And Justice.
November 8th,
November 8th.
and I will second. Any questions, comments? Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, Register of Claims.
Good morning, Matt Wagley, Deputy City Controller. I'm
Or Squidward.
here filling in for Craig. He sent the claims out yesterday, and he wanted to draw your attention to a couple claims. On page 10, $26,800 to American Asphalt was for the Beck Circle paving. Page 12, $14,674 to Mike King Heating and Cooling, which is a rooftop furnace for Kilgore Street Department, and $30,805 to Journal Communications, a media publication and marketing. That's what's called Livable East Central Indiana. It's a magazine, and it's really kind of an interesting read. I didn't know about it before, but for instance, in the current issue, Ball State, Blackford County, City of Muncie, Henry Community Health, Star Financial Bank, Minnetrista, to name a few, all participate in it. And it really is kind of an interesting read if you want to take a look at it. And then the EFTs to UMR is our health insurance for $143,263.28. And with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Linda, any questions?
Yes, I have one. On page 8, I usually try to look at the Board of Works expenditure claims because they're often those claims that don't really fit in any other category.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is to IU Health, and the label is City of Muncie Crisis Center 923. Do you have any idea what that really is? Because I thought the Crisis Center was not yet open.
Page 8.
Page 9. Oh, yes, page 8.
Page 8. And where is it? I'm not seeing it.
It's at the top of the page under Board of Works.
I don't know what that is, but I can find that out
If you could
and get that information to you.
Clarify that.
All right, she's asking on the record. Now, I think she should say, we'll put the meeting in recess and we'll be back how long will it take you?
And
Sure, absolutely.
I'm sure it's all right, but it's
Right,
kind of
right.
vague, and
Right, absolutely.
you know how I am about those.
You bet.
Well, you know how I am. I'm covering
Ted noted no questions. I have no questions, so we'll entertain a motion for approval of the claims.
I move approval of the claims as presented for $853,000, $271.
And I will second. All those in favor signify by
Is there-
saying aye.
are
Or
there
any
any-
questions? Yes. No. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Nope. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There is
Now, just FYI, he never comes back into the meeting during this meeting, and he never explains to her what that is. All right. For all of you that maybe
no unfinished business.
if he does it the following week. Okay, let's listen the following week and find out. Here we are on the following.
Welcome to the November 22nd meeting of the Board of Works. If you'd like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Present.
Here's
Do you have any comments or questions? Again, Lacey, well done. Right, City Controller, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sent out an email as usual yesterday afternoon, actually yesterday
That's the email that is the problem.
morning, with filing claims this week. There's really not a lot on there. The usuals with utilities and healthcare. But I did want to point out one of the large claim, which let me get the page on here. It's with the EMS. We did purchase on page 7 for $696,956. It is a fire truck, new fire truck, which they are hard to get. So that's with that. I'll open up with any questions you might have.
Linda?
I have none.
Okay. Laurel?
None.
Okay. I don't have any either. Let's make a motion to approve and then we'll.
What about why are they not filling us in from last week? Oh wait, they don't do that.
I move approval of the claims for $1,391,000.
So my question is, do they ever truly get back to Linda, or do they not get back to Linda? I'm willing to say they don't ever get back to Linda. They say, "Oh, we've got questions. Okay, I'll get to you right shortly." And they never, ever, ever get back to Linda. It just why need to? She already approved to vote. They voted. They're getting paid. What if it isn't? Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing right here. That's not understood. What if it's not fine? What if there's an issue? What if you get down there and you realize, oh my God, the mayor's paying his brother. The mayor's paying Dastardly Dan. Dark Dan's paying Dastardly Dan. Yeah, right? Like, we need to find some really good cheating, lowdown, stinking politicians to become friends with. To maybe get our palms greased here a little bit. You know? I have well, she did note it in the questions that she did note it in the minutes that she questioned it, but let's see if that's actually the case. Let's go back and see. All right, so that was the 15th. Approval. All right, let me go back to the minutes and find out if that's actually true or not. Maybe they're approved or maybe they're not. Let's see. 11. Hold on. I went the wrong way. I went to April. Let's go back and let's look from 11:15. Give me 1 second here. We will look 11:15. Okay, so I'll show you here. Register of Claims. Vice President Maurer asked for questions or comments. Linda Gregory referred to page 8 for Board of Works expenditure claims, since those often do not fit into any other category. Asking about for IU Health labeled City of Muncie Crisis Center 9-23, as she was under the impression the Crisis Center is not open yet. Aren't we all? Mr. Wegley did not know what that is, but can figure it out and provide an answer later. Yay! Vice President Maurer mentioned the President Baker noted no questions. She then entertained a motion. Linda Gregory made a motion to approve the Register of Claims for 247 records for a total amount of $853,271.70 as presented. Lola Maurer provided the second. Question called. Motion passed by voice vote. Okay. Right here we are. She did note it. It is noted, but again, there's no answer here in the situation. And, what if, like Kate said, what if there's a problem with those claims? With that being part of the minutes, one would hope that the answer would also be read into the record when they get it. That's the thing. What if there's not? If there's never an answer, then what's the point? Folks, and I know I've been drilling this, and it's like, so what? What's the point? This is a big deal, all right? And the fact that there are people like Fran Tucker and Biker Babe and the Beaver Queen and that there are people out there that aren't losing their ever-loving mind over this is so hypocritical and so disgusting that it's almost like we're not even on the same planet. Because this type of thing, this is in the same family of issues which created the spark for the FBI investigation into the city of Muncie, where a Democrat, Dennis Tyler, was in charge of. I know a Republican's in charge of the city right now. And I know everybody was afraid he was going to be like Sharon McShirley and only get one term. All right, he's now into his second term. Can we get some of this shit figured out, please? If there are questions, the controller can go upstairs and get those answers. The claims can be voted on as the last of the meeting. They can continue with the rest of the meeting. Yeah, why? Why does that happen? Then vote on the claims at the end of the meeting. Or he should bring the laptop to the meeting. Yeah, Sarah. You know what? I recommend that we buy him a laptop. I'm sure he's got one. But we have maybe we could buy we could have the Board of Works computer that could just live downstairs that he could sit in front of. Maybe we could have the city of council city court computer, and the council attorney could use it when he's down there. Craig Wright could use it when he's down there. They could all log into their own individual shit with their own password. It's 2023. These people should be able to carry around a laptop with them. Yes, Rose Selvey, Gretchen Cheeseman. Gretchen Cheeseman, are you okay that the man down the hall is doing this? He could jump on his phone and call. Kate reminds us. I don't know. And I just thought it was interesting that literally as we were getting off here last time, I found these emails. And let me tell you, it's very smart and it's very good that Lacey put these emails, or I guess Lacey did it. Somebody did it. Lacey's the one doing the minutes. So I would assume that she's the one that scanned these in because every one of them's there. Let me see if I can show you that. I want to see if I can show you that without it jumping page every single time. Let me see. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, right here. Let me show you what we've got here. If I were on the Board of Works, an email would be sent out to the controller. Come to the meeting ready to answer the questions. No claims will be approved if there are outstanding questions. I'm going to bring that up this coming meeting when I go in and speak to the claims. Boy, Ted Baker, if you're watching and you were nervous last time, sir, really be prepared to be nervous this time, because I'm coming with the heat this time, son. You guys feel like you're going to stop letting me talk? You guys feel like you're going to cut me off and not hear from me? I promise you that's not the way it's going to work. And just a little aside, for those of you in the MRC board, you guys are doing your crazy shit too with your 2-minute rules and cutting off old man Knatzer last time. I don't even like him. And I thought it was nonsense what you guys did. I'm telling you. Yes, Ted had something. Need to see a doctor. No, I'm always like that. My eyes are always like that. I've actually got more good sleep in the last 3 days than I have ever had in probably the last year. It's been amazing. Okay, let me show you this. This is very important. So this was right here is the email for the 26th. Here's May 3rd. Oh, yeah, you guys can see it. There's the email from May the 3rd. Here's May the 5th. Or May the 10th email. Here's May the 17th. Email. May the 24th. Email. '31st. Email. Oh, here's June 7th. Let's see if Pacer AI is on here. I bet it is. I mean, I know it is because I looked. Look here, page 4. Second run 30,000 Pacer Labs edit. Location-based service. Second run, does that mean they've ran it again? Does that mean we need to pay another $30,000? Does that mean we've paid $60,000 for a system that nobody in Muncie has talked about? Nobody knows we've done it. It's on an email.
Well, this sounds like it's going to be a quarterly fee, $30,000 a quarter.
I know. And if that's the case,
$120,000 to track your damn cell phones.
yeah, to do what? To do what? Because that's the thing is, Kate, did you see the email? I sent it to Brandon, but did you see it? Because what they said was they told us that all it was doing was tracking our cell phones entering the park. But when I asked the email, she said I needed to be more specific because it did a lot of other stuff. And I was like, well, what do you mean? What other stuff did it do?
Yeah, she said she was sending you specifically the parks report. So apparently there's a whole bunch of reports, which is another question we need answered is what the heck else are you tracking?
What all are you tracking? Absolutely.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, it is. It's stupid. What are these people doing with our crap? Does this show up in subsequent months? Well, let's go up and see. Let's find out. Ooh, because maybe they put it on the minutes on these emails. Maybe they didn't, but we can always do it by running a check. We'll have to check. Let's see. All right. So June 14th. Let's see. There's the email. Here's the 21st of June. Here's the email. Here's the 28th. Hey, if they scrub these off of here, first of all, they will forever be on this video. I'm showing them. But if they scrub these off of here, they will be in such a world of shit. I'm going to take pictures of them. So I'll have screenshots of all this. Here's 7/5. 7/12. 7/19. 7/26. Oh, my birthday. Delta Dental. YMCA, $30,000. Look at this. Look at this. $35,000 to the YMCA TUI pool payroll. $35,000. August 2nd. All right, so April. Let's see. January, February, March, April. May, June is when they paid it again. May, June, July, August. So we need to start looking for placer again. Maybe they didn't. There's August 9th. Here's August 16th. August 23rd. Look at this. True building for the crisis center. For what? $9,600. $9,1300. $9,2000. $9,2700. $22,000 to the YMCA TUI pool lifeguards. $10,400. $10,1100. $10,1800.
I just looked at expense reports through the end of October, and I don't see another payment to Placer. So they paid for it so they could get enough information to help get Dan reelected, and then said, fuck it.
Yeah, and that's always a very good possibility. So April and June. That's still $60,000 though, man. $60,000.
And the campaign expense on the city's dime.
Yeah, absolutely. Out of edit. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, there's that. So that here's the email for this one. So there you go, folks. Listen, for those of you that don't understand why this is a big deal, I'm telling you, this is a really big deal. And they're going to say, oh, Bilbrey's making a big deal out of this, and this is nothing. Tell that to Craig Nichols. Tell that to Dennis. I mean, it was a big freaking deal when they were making it a big deal with Dennis Tyler's administration. So all I got to say is you got your next 4 years. Please start doing things the right way. $927, True Builders $927. Let's go back and look at that. All right, what am I looking for there? Construction at the Crisis Center for $24,466.97. All right. Let's go look at, wait a minute. So this was sent on Tuesday the 26th. So let's go see on 9/27 if they talked about this at the Board of Works on September 27th. Let's see if they talked about it. Board of Works 9/27. Okay, here we are. All right. Page 11, 24,466.97. True Building North, ARP Crisis Center.
Muncie Board of Works, if we could have everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. Everyone, roll call, please. It's from the
September 20th minutes as presented.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, we have been given the register of claims, and Mr. Wright, Craig Wright from the City Controller's Office.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just wanted to point out a couple claims. First of all, this was a health insurance week, so I'm sure you saw that, and I didn't even put it on my email that I sent out yesterday afternoon. But we had a couple purchases of some vehicles by the police department. Our 9/11 fees was paid this week to the county, and our general utilities and health claims. So with that, I will open it up to any questions.
Okay, Linda, do you have any questions?
I did not. I looked them over and it all looked pretty reasonable.
Same.
I thought she looked at stuff for the
I
Board
will
of Works because
agree that
specifically
they
it
were
didn't fit
all
into any other category.
The only thing that stuck out to me was health
And
claims.
the
Health
Board of
insurance.
Works
So,
paid
yeah,
It's
for
not
it, correct?
cheap.
very, very expensive, and it needs to be able to be part of a city that can take care of employees like that. So I'm
But
grateful for that. So,
They pay for it all.
okay, any comments or questions?
Now,
Okay, go ahead.
wait, now we got to go back and see if it's in the minute.
Thank you, sir.
That
Good morning. Chris Deegan, Deputy Chief of the Police Department. The couple of vehicle claims that you saw on there that we purchased, I just wanted to bring to the attention to the board is
Oh my God.
we were awarded a state grant for a licensed social worker and an additional police officer.
It's hard to hear you
This
when
is
you're
part of the
talking over
equipment
the video,
purchases for that
Christopher.
program. I just got the last
Yeah, see, that's why you need my that's why I need a microphone. I hate that. I got to figure out what that problem is. Hold on here a second. We got to pull up the All right, City of Muncie. I'm sure it is because it was in the email, but I'll just to double check. I don't want to say it is and it not be. So we need to go look in the minutes and just double check to see if that's in the minutes from 9/27. Because if that's in the minutes and he emailed it to be in the minutes and they did not discuss it. Ooh. Here we go. Good call, Annie. That was a really good call. Okay. Board of Works. Minutes. When was that? 9/27. Yep. Right here we go. Register of Claims. Page 11, 24,466.97. Deegan got up and talked. Linda Gregory made a motion to approve. 1,360,000 $217.14. Lola Maurer provided a second. Motion passed by voice vote. And not a damn word, not a damn thing about the construction payment to True Building of $24,466.97 that we literally just pissed away as a City of Muncie. Folks, if
What is the street loan? I know you're not on screen. What is the street loan? Annie's asking.
Where are we seeing that at? I'm looking. Where's the street loan? I don't know what a street loan is. Oh, Starbank street loan. Hell, I have no clue. For $30,135, they didn't say anything about that either. I have no idea what a street loan is. They didn't bring up. They didn't bring up a street loan. They did not bring up YMCA. They did not bring up Cole and Shady Lane.
So it would be fun going back to the beginning of this year, through the minutes, watch the meetings, what's listed in the minutes that's not discussed, and coming up with a nice grand total of the amount of money they've shit out.
Oh, man. That would be an undertaking.
Yes.
maybe you and I and a third party could start trying to work our way back through. Kind of like you take one end, I take one end, and we, you know what I mean? We get a couple people working.
A few months.
Yeah. Holy shit. Ryan says it sounds like it'll be insane, but it sounds necessary. Alva, that sounds like a good idea. Man.
Paper Wench would be really helpful. Annie said she'll help.
Annie can help. FBI, are you listening? I know that there are, so just FYI, there are a few of the FBI guys that have watched my program from time to time. I don't know if they're watching now or not. I don't know. But if you are, hello. Give me an idea of what I can do to help you. A forensic auditing team needs to be. All right. I just got the signal. The paper winch has seen the coal in the sky, and the paper winch is on it. We've put the paper winch on it, so we will be getting to that. Wait a minute. Are we going to do that just from this year? Is that what you said, or from 2020?
Now, I just figured this year would be enough of an undertaking.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, Julie, so here's what we're going to do, Julie. What I'm going to try to do is we're going to look from January 2023 through now, when we get all of that compiled, to see how many things have been paid, how many claims have been paid, how much claims have been paid that have not been discussed. We'll get a grand total of that. And once we do, then I will take that to the FBI. I have talked to the FBI in the past. And the thing is, and I don't think they mind me saying this, the FBI really like for you to give them as much work ahead of time. They like for you to do the work for them. When Craig started sending these emails to falsify, oh, well, okay, well, I mean, I think that would probably be, okay, we could look at that.
January 1st, 2020.
What?
January 1st, 2020.
Hold on now. What we need to look at is, give me a second, because what I want to know is, did the guy before Craig do this?
Oh, God.
Let me look and see. Keep this date. Oh, I don't have a date for Craig. Hold on. Okay. Well, I know what I'll do. Okay.
What kind of glorious clusterfuck did we get ourselves into this time, Kristopher?
I know.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
No. Hey, it's a really good idea. This is a really... Okay. So, okay.
Just assign me what months I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We'll have to look, because they don't have the audits in there back past this year. So for anything before this year, we would have to get through record request. But I can go back on the minutes and see if the minutes look the same from, let me go back to, say, we'll go back to, Okay, we'll go to 12/9/20 and see if the minutes look the same. No. Oh, wait. Okay, so look here. Here is Craig Wright. I didn't know that the old controller didn't even make it a full year. The old controller didn't even make it a full year. That's crazy. Okay, look at this. Craig Wright, city controller, commented that he wanted to start with a couple of questions from last week. See, now look here. Here's where he's actually doing work. This is back before he got like tainted. This must be like his first or second month. He wanted to follow up on the parks for 2 individuals that were reimbursements due to canceled cabins. This week's claims are on page 16. So see, he didn't do that stupid shit back then. Let's go and see, when did that start? Okay, that was December. Let's look at 11/25. Trent Conway, city controller. So Trent Conway was there on 11/25, and they didn't do all of that. So 12/2. All right. So between 11/25 and 12/2, that week is when Craig Wright took over. So Trent lasted 11 months. That's nuts. But yeah, he didn't do that. He didn't do that back then. So that was 6. All right, let's jump ahead to 1/27. All right, he wasn't doing it then. Okay. 6/21. He wasn't doing it then. He wasn't doing it in December of 21. Okay.
March 16th, 2022 has the same list.
Say again, March 16th?
2022.
Okay, 6/22
And
does.
it's sitting too.
Okay. March 2nd doesn't. March 9th all right, March 9th kind of does. So March 2nd doesn't. So March 9th is when he began doing that. Well, I don't know that he was sending out an email, but that's when it started looking that way. Okay. So I think if we Alva, Oh no, it ain't gonna be on hold for 6 months, bro. We're gonna have that stuff done. We got a tight team around here. That's hilarious, Alva. I love you. All right, let me see here. All right, so I will, because I gotta ask for records. I gotta ask for records from tomorrow from the city. So I'm gonna ask for all of Craig's emails from the beginning of this year through 4/5 to the Board of Works. Man, that's gonna piss them off. Oh well. There's a they've had it coming. They don't want to play right. We will play. I can two can play at that game. So, all right, folks. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. This is where we are. I think someone else was doing the minutes for the and there was another employee that was doing the minutes too. So but in all fairness, back that far, let me tell you. Yeah. So Lacey Jones started doing them on 4/5. So we need to get them. We need to get them from 01/01/23 through 04/04/23. Because I'd like to see them before Lacey was doing them to see if they were done the same way or not. So, all right. Well, I've got homework. The team and I have homework. We'll let you guys know what's going on. Tomorrow, folks, is what year is it? 23? Tomorrow, what? Tomorrow is the 6-year anniversary of my arrest at the Winchester City Council meeting. So I'm sure we'll do something with that happy arrest anniversary. I normally do something with that every year, so we'll talk about that. I also will have information hopefully tomorrow on the situation in Henry County, and hopefully I'll have our equipment working around here, and hopefully my ribs won't be hurting as bad. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for battling through the sound issues with me that we had. I apologize about that. We strive to give you perfection around here. We will always continue to do that. And we will definitely look and see what's happening here with this malfeasance. That's a great word. And I think I'll probably use that for a title coming up. So thank you very much for that. You guys have a great, great, great rest of your Sunday night. Have a great start to your work week. And we will be back here at the same bat time, same bat channel, God willing, tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. You guys take care. Have a great rest of your night. And please, hey, do us a favor. Click the thumb. If you haven't hit that thumb, like that thumb, smash that thumb, hit that thumb, bash that thumb, do whatever you want to do to that thumb. Share the show with everyone you know, help spread the word, and we will see you guys again. Oh, hey, real quick, before we roll, I do want to show you these neat little things. We'll do that another time. You guys take care. God bless. Have a good night. Goodbye. much.